certainly not a gauge of who the best teams are. And, of course, the big story of the last weekend, though, Louisville guard. Did you see Kevin Ware?
I'm not going to see it.
I didn't think you would. I told everybody here when I came in, the producers informed me, we have the clip ready for everyone's perusal.
No.
I said, I'm sure, I don't know about the other people in the room, I'm sure Ace
I forbid
does not
it.
want to see it. It
No.
is
I want to look at more pictures of Fred Ward.
top two or three worst sports things you'll ever see.
Look, I was thinking about today. I was skipping some rope, and they were talking about it, and I knew they were going to show it at some point. I switched the channel. I thought, I've been
dodging it all day, too.
I don't want any part of this. I got enough going on in my mind. You know, I've watched enough, World at War footage and, Hitler's henchmen and all this kind of stuff. It's all up there somewhere. What do I need more kicking around, more negative imagery? And then I thought, okay, I don't want to see it. And then I thought, who wants to see it? I mean, I understand when an airliner goes down, there's a sense of wanting to see it, A, because it's spectacular, but B, you kind of want to see what happened. This is a horrible injury, a compound fracture. I get it. I can see it or a version of it in my mind. I understand somebody was severely
injured. I think about this often because there's a lot of stuff that I won't see, but it's like people who I think there's a generation of people who will watch anything almost just, I don't know if it's to desensitize themselves or to see if they can handle it. Like, have you ever seen a beheading online?
No.
No, I haven't either, but there are people who will watch that if it's available.
I hate it.
Yeah.
But it's something that happened in a game, and it's so mundane and it's upsetting. It's the car wreck thing on the freeway. I can't avert my eyes. I have to look at it, and I want to see it.
I can.
I don't take pleasure in it, but I'm anxious to see it.
I will show you depressing. If you want to be depressed in a non-graphic way, Gary, show me the picture of the rhino at the Salt Lake City airport. If you want to know depressing, Dr. Drew was in the bathroom. I was sitting around and waiting for the baggage. This is in Salt Lake City at the airport. And I come up on this picture of a rhinoceros. It's lit up. It's a billboard. It's 3 foot by 4 foot sitting on top of the baggage carousel. I guess people gather there, so it's a little space they can use. You can go in a little bit closer. Now, you got to you got to blow it up even more, and I'm not sure how to do this, but it's a picture of a rhino straight on, just shoulders and head with the horn prominently displayed in the foreground. And it says, "I'm not medicine." And we'll blow it up so you can read the text. I can't read it from here. By the way, it said, I don't cure headaches or cancer. No talk, no cock talk, no Japanese cock talk at all in the thing, which is, by the way, the rhino horn is taken. So let's say at least one rhino is killed every day due to the mistaken belief that rhino horns can cure cancer and hangover. Again, no peckaroo talk in the whole mix, which bumped me already.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the real problem.
Wait, is that true?
Well,
that it can cure cancer?
Yeah, at this point. Yeah.
I got both.
You can find out what I can do about it at stopwildlifecrime.com. Now, I'm in Utah. I'm not going out there to bag some game. I'm not sure what first off, it's what I do when I fly to Kenya is I connect through Utah, and I'll hang around the baggage claim for a while, and I'll do some soul searching. What the fuck? What percentage of people that are flying into Salt Lake City have seen a rhino any other place in the zoo, or have poached, or are actively involved with the poaching game? So I just realized there's literally hundreds of thousands of eyeballs that see this poached rhino. And then I'm forced to think about some Kenyan guy with a hacksaw taking the rhino's tusk off, the majestic rhino, after it was shot for just its horn. But then I thought, how much of this do you see versus what is the positive impact of this? Is there a human being that has passed through the Salt Lake City airport that has seen this rhino sign and said, I got to make a phone call. I got a couple guys in Kenya right now. Let me do the time difference. What is it, 14 hours? Shit, I think I can catch them before they leave on their poaching session. Because here's first off what I contend. If poaching seems like a good idea to you, then the poster at the airport is not going to stop in which case we just have banners that said serial rapist, knock it off. Like that, of course, if this worked, it'd be the great. First off, if you're into poaching, if you're into shooting majestic rhinos and then just taking hacks on, taking their horn off, putting it on the black market so the guys in Japan can get a boner or get a little girth on their cock, I think that's kind of what you're into. I don't think the poster's going to slow you down. You're aware it's illegal, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
It's not like dilettantism, like, oh, maybe I'll do this just today. Maybe.
Right. So, and by the way, I don't know. Drew said he was going to Salt Lake to do a show with me, but who knows what he did after the show. Could have went out to bag some big game in the wilds of Utah. I don't know. I don't know the topography. I don't know what their rhino population is. Their wild rhino population is.
It's one less now.
I'm guessing. I don't know if you can carry that on or how you get that back to L.A. But either way,
put it in bags.
He's pretty well connected guy. He's a doctor. So I just thought when you see this and when you see the compound fracture, it takes a little bit away from your soul. Like you're forced to stand there. I was waiting for Drew's duffel bag, but I was forced to sit there and think about people shooting these things and then taking a hacksaw to their snout. Meanwhile, zero upside because nobody has been positively impacted by the way, Kenya and Utah. Could it get...
See, that's how I feel whenever I hear a horribly disturbing story or even a movie. If I don't see it, if I just hear about what happens and it's really upsetting, I feel like it took a little bit away from my soul. So people who are exposed to this all the time, how does it not affect them?
I cannot believe, I was arguing with Dr. Drew about this on stage, and you can show me the back of my Meter Maid mobile, which you've heard me complain about before, another picture I took. I was arguing with Dr. Drew about this, saying, look, he's saying, Adam, you are hyper vigilant, so you absorb everything. Everyone else just tunes everything out. Well, first off, I don't want to live in a society where everyone is sort of forced to tune everything out because of all the negative imagery. And number two, I don't think you tune out negative imagery any more than you tune out secondhand smoke or exhaust fumes. You may not be aware of it, but it's coming to you, and you're ingesting it. It's like saying, I'm going to tune out this bad tap water. Well, not if you're drinking it, you're not. It's going to get in you. You may not be aware of it. You may just feel a little bit sluggish the next day. But you are ingesting it. It's like saying, I'm going to go outside without a shirt and tune out the sun. You're not going to tune it out. It's there. You're absorbing it. You may not be thinking about the sun. You may be thinking about roofing, but you're getting a sunburn. The back of the L.A. parking enforcement has there's no excuse for domestic violence, no human trafficking, stop senior abuse, and then watch the road. And by the way, I would argue the most terrifying message of all is parking enforcement. If you really look at what's written on the back of the bumper sticker, you can go down Carolla.com and look at it. By the way, you want me to watch the road? You want me to look at the bumper sticker?
There's a lot going on
I have
there.
to sit there and think about human trafficking and senior abuse and domestic violence. And again, if in fact you are trafficking in human beings or have many friends that do it as either a hobby or a job,
or passion.
And or senior abuse. Like if you just think it's a great idea to just backhand that old bag of bones because you looked at your cross-eyed, do you think this bumper sticker's doing anything to slow those people down?
I'm going to have to take a long look at the man in the rearview mirror.
That's right.
Because this is bad. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
ridiculous.
Now you've done nothing except for depress the shit out of me, who's behind you. Now, about this, I went right from this to rhinos. About ready to kill myself before I got on stage. All right. Here's
what depresses me.